Turning to national headlines, the Trump administration went head-to-head against Harvard in federal court today over billions of dollars in federal funding cuts.
Yeah, lawyers for Harvard argue those cuts were illegal, but the government's attorney called them warranted. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
The battle between Harvard University and the Trump administration is heating up. The Ivy League school taking the government to federal court, arguing it was an illegal and unconstitutional move when the White House cut $2.6 billion in federal research funding to the university back in April, saying the university hasn't done enough to address anti-Semitism on campus. Harvard officials say that's not true. Today in court, lawyers for the government asking the judge to dismiss the case, saying Harvard should have read the fine print, arguing the language in grant contracts allows termination if a university's actions don't align with government priorities like combating anti-Semitism. Earlier this year, Harvard rejected a list of White House demands, including overhauling hiring and admission practices, demanding the school make it merit-based, the university saying those demands would undermine its independence. Harvard University professor Maya Jasanoff spoke with ABC News back in May.
I myself am partly of Jewish descent, and like many of my Jewish colleagues, I have flourished at Harvard. I was indeed an undergraduate there at a time when a high percentage of my classmates were Jewish. Harvard has become an increasingly inclusive institution over the decades.
Since taking office in January, Trump has cracked down on top U.S. universities, demanding they dismantle their DEI programs. The president also accusing the schools of mishandling last year's pro-Palestinian protests and allowing anti-Semitism to fester on campuses.
They have asked for payroll records. They've asked for years of disciplinary files. They've asked for videos of all student protests going back to 2000. They've given extraordinarily rigid deadlines, a deadline of even just 1 week for those most recent demands.
And Trump is slamming the judge in this case, calling her a total disaster, saying that the government would immediately appeal if she rules in Harvard's favor. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.